Hello, my friends. Today we are going on a nature walk. Come join me as I walk through the woods with Pickles, my companion here. As I walk through the woods, I am picking up pieces of nature and putting them on a bracelet I made out of tape on my wrist. This is a great way to keep some mementos of nature from your walk so that you can remember where you went and what you did. I have an oak leaf, I have an interesting fuzzy plant, and I have some flowering seeds that are red. And that's what I've collected so far. What can you see around you on your nature walk? You can collect as many or as few things from nature as you want and display them on your bracelet when you get home. All sorts of exciting things are happening in the woods this spring. We have the sugar maples that are all being tapped for their sweet sap. We can hear some birds in the trees. We can hear the running of the water. And I can see some new spring growth of green plants that have been lying dormant in the winter and are now popping up their green buds for spring to flower into new plants. Do you see any new plants on your nature walk? What kind of trees are around you? Are they coniferous trees like pine trees and fir trees that have needles on them and pine cones? Or are they deciduous trees like the ones in these woods, which lose their leaves in the fall and then get new buds in the spring, growing new life and flowers and fruit for the coming season? What kind of trees are around you? What do they look like? Right now, we're pretty early in the season of spring, so not many trees have gotten their new leaves yet. But there's still time for the world to wake up and for new life to begin. You see this right here? This is a burdock. This is a seed from a plant that has clung onto my clothing. This is from a plant that requires an animal or a human or a bird to take its seed to another location so that it can have another plant grow. Many deciduous trees rely on other animals to help them spread their seeds, whereas coniferous trees rely on the droppings of their pine cones to spread seeds for new plants to arrive. Isn't that interesting? Now, one of the things that we can do on a nature walk is some bark rubbing. I have here a piece of paper, some crayons, and some cool trees. And what I'm going to do is pick out a color of crayon. I think I'll go with green. I'm going to lay my paper on the bark and then I'm going to see if I can get some of the texture of the bark onto my paper. see the texture of the bark is a little bit different. See where it was rough and it broke my paper? And this one was smooth. See what kind of interesting textures you can get from rubbing on tree bark. While you're in the woods, you can see what kind of rock formations you find, or what kind of bodies of water you see. Now it's still pretty cold to be going in this water, but all of the snow from up in the mountains has melted down and has made this river pretty cool. Over here we have some still water near the banks of the river and some rapids where the water is going over some rocks. Can you see the rapids? What other kinds of sights, sounds, smells, and other things do you notice while walking in the woods? You tell me. I think my walk is complete, and so is my beautiful bracelet to remind me of what I saw on my walk. I have my bark rubbings to remind me. And I think Pickles had a good time too. What do you say, buddy? Thanks for joining me, friends. Bye.